Howdy. So, I'm gonna make predictions again because, again, I need receipts. But you know how I said I would keep track? Last week, I wrote it all down on a notepad and then my computer turned off. So, we're just gonna go by vibes. If I remember, I remember. If I don't, I don't. I promise this time I'll have like an accurate note taking. Yes, I could look at my previous videos, but I'm lazy. I don't want to do that. So, but this one I thought we'd do something different. Um, I'd like to go over the games, my thoughts on them. Uh, Kind of give an overview of what I think happened, if I recall being right or not, and you know, just generally see what happens. Uh, so yeah, let's begin. Last week, Thursday night football, Bills Dolphins. My Thursday night predictions never really gonna matter because I record these videos on Thursday, and I post them on Friday. So like you can assume that I cheated, right? I can say I didn't, but who are you to trust me? But I'm still gonna do it anyways because whatever. I You'll probably believe me that I picked the Bills to beat the Dolphins because I mean that was an obvious one. But watching that game, that was a lot closer than I expected. Uh, they were the Dolphins kind of hung in there a little bit. But you recall, I said very much that it could. There's variability within divisions. I didn't expect there to be this much variability because it's the Bills against the bum Dolphins. But Tua didn't play bad until the end. 31-21. If I'm a Dolphins fan, I'm feeling a little better, right? Respectable. And you got the Buffalo game out early, right? I know there's not a lot of optimism. They're, 0-3 now? There's not a lot of optimism in Miami, but you got a divisional game pass. It was kind of close, and you're not going to get shellacked in December. You're basically playing for pride at this point. You got it. Bills, I mean, it's a divisional game. I wouldn't be too concerned. You're the Bills. You're all probably fine. Vikings Bengals. I picked the Vikings last week, hesitantly. Hey, they proved me right. I have a lot of things to say about the game. I hope to record a video about it. I didn't get a chance to record my Vikings video last week, but hey, Isaiah Rogers, what a guy. Um, Bengals. Um, if I'm a Bengals fan, I'm sad. Right, this is a team that got beat handedly by the Falcons, and the Falcons then got annihilated by the Panthers. Eh, I, Joe Burrow's not coming back anytime soon. Trade for Kirk Cousins. I don't know. All right, y'all. If y'all want to save the season and not waste another year of Burrow's prime, y'all gotta do something because yeesh, yeesh. Jaguars Texans. Now this one I got wrong. This is a surprise to me. I've been overestimating the Texans. They're 0-3 now. I've justified that the Texans play good teams. Maybe the Jaguars are a good team too, but you can't start 0-3 and me like have faith in you, right? There's three teams I've already proven to be better than you. Come on. Jaguars. Hey, maybe y'all are what you expected to be last year. I remember y'all had been on the upward trend, like a good team, not great, but good, decently. Maybe this is a year. Finally, it comes together. You'll have a better coach. Hopefully, right? I'm looking at Trevor Lawrence. I'm seeing, hey, he played well, right? Yeah, C.J. Stroud, two interceptions. I know. Trevor Lawrence threw a pick and 50%, but 222 yards, seeming like that's kind of rare this year. Or maybe I'm biased because I've been watching Carson Wentz and JJ McCarthy. But Trevor Lawrence is fine, right? That's all you can ask. You got good solid core. Travis Etienne, rusher, right? Brian Thomas is in there. Travis Hunter is he's looking like a good cornerback. I don't know about wide receiver as much, but he's looking good. I good on you, Tech. Good on you, Jaguars. Happy for you. All right, let's see what else. Next game up is the Colts and the Titans. Yeah, wow. Cam Ward has fallen down to earth. He had a good start as a rookie, but yeah, you're gonna get some rookie mishaps. He had that one pick six that every rookie has to throw, right? You think you can make it in college. You try it in the NFL, these guys are faster. That it was only a matter of time until that happened. Titans, y'all aren't really trying to build on a year, right? This is just a rebuild, just trying to show signs of improvement, and I think they have been. I wouldn't be super worried This season you're not gonna really be anything special. It looks like, but who knows? Colts, Daniel Jones, what a turnaround! Happy for him. Maybe he's all y'all needed. Another crushing play. Daniel Jones is playing out of his mind. Can't bind him. Your defense is playing well. Hey, I'm on a high right now. Like, good job. Continue the streak. Consistency is key, right? Those first 2 weeks I'm a little fluky on. But hey, y'all did it. Y'all are proving me wrong. Hey, I'm happy for the Colts. Let's go. Commanders, Raiders. Oh boy, that Geno Smith Pete Carroll partnership does not seem to be paying off. My goodness. I'm sorry for y'all, man. Like, it's 0-3 now. The Commanders are a good team. I think they're an inconsistent team, but they have high highs, and if they go on a streak, they can win a lot. But yeah, they lost last week. Jaden Daniels, he didn't play, and y'all lost to the Jaden Daniels Commanders, right? Like, not even that close. I didn't see that game, admittedly, but I'd be worried. Commanders, look, you have a good team. Can y'all be consistent about it? Right? Dan Quinn, I think he's a good coach. They have to be consistent. Last year, they didn't show that. They went on a streak, and that went well, but that is not sustainable. I want to see the Commanders play well for continued success. And against good teams, right? Y'all got embarrassed by the Packers who lost to the Browns. Come on. Rams, Eagles. I felt so smart for 90% of that game, right? I predicted the Rams to win. I remember that. I was like, hey, Rams, I believe I'm going to eat crow. I don't think the Eagles are fraudulent anymore. They've beaten good teams. I hate to say it yet. The Eagles are good. The Eagles are really good again. I think they might be the first back-to-back division champion. I'm not going to say that yet for the NFC East, but they look good. The Rams, they blew it. They really blew it, but Eagles are going to like hearing me say this. Rams, y'all didn't deserve to win, right? Yeah, it took 2 blocked field goals, but once the Eagles realized that A.J. Brown exists, y'all got cooked. Like, y'all got embarrassed, right? Like, y'all had this huge lead. Eagles realized A.J. Brown's good. Boom. They caught up. It felt inevitable. It was the football gods willing to win. So, Eagles deserve this win. Eagles are a scary team. Keep an eye out on them. Rams, you got to regroup and be better. All right, I expected y'all to be, like, Super Bowl contenders. Come on. Panthers, Falcons. Wow. Panthers, Falcons. My goodness. Falcons. John Parker Romo. Why the heck are you going to make all your kicks against the Vikings and then miss everything? Whatever. No, yeah, that was a great game for the Panthers, right? Bryce Young, not too many yards, only 121, but he did what he needed to do, like Carson Wentz in the Bengals game, right? Falcons, you have to be 30-0. My God, that's their first win of the season too. Wow. If I'm Raheem Morris, his job's in danger. They're 1-2 now. One against the J.J. McCarthy Vikings. Panthers still riding on the hope. I mean, Bryce Young wasn't great. I mean, he was good. He didn't lose you the game. Well, I don't think he could have. But, yeah, if I'm a Panthers fan, I'm now starting to really, really doubt my GM. Like, that team is capable of this. You got Bryce Young, who can only throw 122 yards. Like, Steelers, Patriots. Proving me that I way overhyped the Patriots, and I am underrating Mike Tomlin's ability to be a good coach. Yeah, he's not going to win them a Super Bowl, but he's a good coach. You're going to win games. Yeah, 21-14. That game was sloppy. Not the most fun, right? It felt like the Patriots were better, but like you kept giving the ball away, right? You keep giving the Steelers chances. They're gonna cash in one of these days. And they did. They won. They deserved to win. They played better, right? It was a sloppy game. The Steelers are. I don't even know if they're good or not. I think, like they've beaten the Patriots, who are. I think Mike Vrabel hasn't had time to input what he wants yet, and they beat in the Jets, the Justin Fields Jets. And they got blown out by Seattle. Made Sam Darnold look like he was Sam Darnold, I guess. So, we'll see. They're going up against another 2-1 team. I think both of them can very, really, in all honesty, are very fraudulent. On fraudulent watch, at least. Battle of the Frauds. London. Let's go. See what happens. But good on the Steelers, right? They're better than the Patriots. They proven they have a floor. They will win the games that they need to. I think, yeah, that 9-8 is looking kind of spicy. Now, on to my favorite game of the week. And I watched my team win in a blowout. Packers at Browns. I predicted that the Browns would lose, but I thought it'd be so funny if the Packers lost. What do you know? Jordan Love is who we thought he was. He is a great quarterback that is capable of just garbage. Like, he will be good, garbage. Good, garbage. And, you know, I love that about him. It just brings a nice warm feeling to my heart. Right? They're streaky. Right? They can have that dumpster fire of a game. They can show up anywhere. Playoffs. I don't believe the Packers are a Super Bowl contender because of this. You can't be a team that is capable of losing to the Browns and be a Super Bowl contender. It's just not on the table. Tell me all you want, Packers fans, but my entire life, since Rodgers got his money contract, I've been told the Packers are Super Bowl favorites, and they've never done it. They should. They've had teams capable of it. They can't win when it matters most. That's been what I've been that's been the narrative of the Packers for well over a decade now. 2 decades. They cannot win when it matters most. Or no, I think just a decade. They won in 2011. But yeah, prove me wrong. I don't think you can. Next game, Jets Buccaneers. You know, I like the Jets a lot. I like both of these teams. I didn't want either of them to lose. I like the Jets, how scrappy they are. It makes me so sad to see the Jets at 0-3 because, man, they've been in them. They really take it to the team. They have heart. They have soul. They fight. But it's the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers are a good team. I really like them. Right now, behind the Eagles, I'd probably put them as my NFC Super Bowl favorites. Right behind the Eagles, that means I think the Eagles are a higher chance, but man, they gave them a fight. And that's a good sign, right? Dan Campbell, he had a bad start. You gotta give these coaches time to implement their system, implement their players. But if I'm a Jets fan, I'm feeling better. I'm feeling better than I was last year when I was realizing Aaron Rodgers was garbage and my team was bad. Feeling better than I have in a long time, right? Y'all finally have a team that's willing to scrape and claw to wins. So, you know, I know you'd want the wins, but the world isn't falling, Jets fans. Buccaneers fans, just keep winning. I don't care. A lot of people really put a lot of credence onto teams demolishing others. To me, I don't care about that. Well, okay, that's not true. I do a little bit. But to me, the most important thing is that the team wins. Buccaneers keep winning. Can't hate on them. Keep winning. That's all, right? Now, let's go on to the previews. This time, I promise I will write them down. I swear, pinky promise. I'm pulling out my computer now. Right here, perfect. Seahawks Cardinals. The game starts in 5 minutes for me, so I got it before. I think the Seahawks win, but the Cardinals are one of my inconsistent teams. One of the teams where I'm a lot less confident in than most, because I think they have a lot of variability. I think they can be really good. I think they can be really bad. So I think the Cardinals at their best will beat the Seahawks 9 times out of 10, but I don't think we're going to get that. We can get such a spectrum. And I think on average, consistently, the Seahawks are a better team. I think they can win better. They can win more. I'll take the Seahawks. But this one, confidence rating is like 60%. We'll see. Vikings Steelers, 7:30 a.m. London game. Man, y'all are gonna tell. Look, for my sports opinions, football opinions, all I ask is that when it comes to my football team, you give me some grace, right? I try not to be a homer, but I obviously am. And it's hard not to when I follow the team so closely. I grow attached, and I would want to. My brain subconsciously justifies its players as better. That is why, like, don't take it personally when I pick my team over like some other team. I wish it wasn't like this, but it's just how the wires are crossing my brain, and I'm not gonna hide from it. Having said that, I think the Vikings win this game, and I recognize that I will have predicted the Vikings to win every game so far this season, and I honestly don't expect it to change until Philly, I guess. We'll see. But yeah, I think the Vikings beat the Steelers. I think both of these teams are fraudulent. I think the Vikings are less fraudulent because simply I think the Steelers are fraudulent everywhere but their coach. I think the Vikings are fraudulent at their quarterback, which is a big deal. Big deal. I don't trust Carson Wentz one bit. But, you know, I think the full Vikings team is enough to overcome that Steelers garbage offensive line. The Steelers defensive line, TJ Watt's been having a slow start to the season. Ignore last week; the other 2 weeks were bad, especially for what he's getting paid. I think Jalen Ramsey's cooked. Jordan Addison's back. Yeah, I give it to the Vikings. That one I have like a 70% confidence, but it's my team, so grain of salt. Commanders Falcons. Now this is like the inverse of the Seahawks Cardinals, where we have another team I think has a lot of variability in the Commanders, and the Falcons, who have a pretty set baseline. I guess they can be really bad, but I'll call that fluky. I think the Commanders win because I think, yeah, they have a lot of variability and they can play really bad. I think them at their best, or at their worst, is still pretty good. Obviously not enough to beat most teams, but like an average team. I think Dan Quinn's a good head coach. Raheem Morris I don't think is that bad, but that roster is just not doing it. You can't rely on Bijan, and that's it. So I think the Commanders win. Michael Penix, I think, plays better than he did last week, but we'll see. I don't think Michael Penix will be a bust. I think... Who would I compare him to? Maybe Josh McCown. Yeah, I think he's around Josh McCown level, Ryan Fitzpatrick level. But we'll see. I think the Commanders win. That one I'll give it like 60% confidence. And I need to write down my predictions. Oh my gosh. I promise, yeah, Seahawks, Vikings, Commanders. Wow, picking the favorites every time. Look at me. Chargers, Giants. Man, I think the Giants are a better team than the record suggests. I think they made a mistake. Ooh, you want a hot take? I think they made a mistake benching Russell Wilson. I think Jackson Dart, he has the potential to be great. But let him sit. Let him develop. Let him learn defenses and play calls. Right? You got Russell Wilson to start and be a shield to that. Right? To Patrick Mahomes it. To Aaron Rodgers it. To Joe Burrow it. Just have them sit for a year at least. Right? Let them learn. I know J.J. McCarthy, Lucas talk, but I'm a huge advocate of getting a veteran quarterback, letting him start and show the ropes to the rookie throughout a year, letting him see how it works, and then passing the torch on. I thought that's what they were doing, and I was like, hey, Giants, y'all are doing it right, but the panic set in for the bowl, and forgot the GM's name. Foolish. This is why you don't go into a season with a coach on the hot seat, because they do stupid things like that. They're going to ruin Jackson Dart's development. Russell Wilson wasn't even playing that bad, right? Like, that team, foolish. Chargers by a million. Screw you, New York. Oh my gosh. Giants fans, y'all are excited because you get to see the new rookie. He's going to get ruined. Like, how often does the rookie that steps in midseason succeed? Never. Okay? Giants fans, y'all should be in an uproar, and y'all aren't. And you know what? Your city deserves to. The Jets are the good thing. Giants fans, you deserve to suffer for not realizing what's happening. Like, my God, Chargers by a million. Come on. I hope Jim wins by a lot. All right, Titans Texans. I just talked about how I don't think the Texans are good, but come on, it's the Titans. It's a divisional game. It is a divisional game, so more variability. The Titans are hungry for the win, so are the Texans. Texans, the floor may have fallen off. I choose to believe that they played three good teams. Jacksonville isn't as bad as we think. I don't think Texans are good anymore, but I think they're still better than the Titans. We'll see. I'm picking the Texans, but I'm not super confident about that. Saints Bills. Oh wait, no. We'll talk about that one later. Eagles Buccaneers. Oh my god, y'all are gonna clown me so bad because I have picked against the Eagles it seems like every week, and I've been wrong like every week, but like they've been going up against good teams, right? Like it's not like, to me, these picks have been like, I am an Eagles hater, but I'm not that bad, I promise. Look, this game, I think it's the two juggernauts of the NFC. I hate that I'm gonna do this, right? It's like my pick is like the curse of death for Eagles games. I'm gonna take the Buccaneers, but I think both of these teams are close. The only reason I'm picking the Buccaneers over the Eagles is because it's in Tampa Bay. If it was in Philadelphia or a neutral site game, I would pick the Eagles. But this is in Tampa Bay. That home game advantage at home is not insignificant. Studies show that's been getting bigger. I think these are the top two teams of the NFC. Please, man, if the Eagles win this, I am so glad no one watches these because I would get clowned on. The Buccaneers win. Hey, got them. But I think the Buccaneers win. I think it's close. I think it's fight. But man, I like that dog Baker Mayfield. Oh, he's got it in him. I like Igbuke. I think that's how I say. But the Eagles did just find out AJ Brown exists again. I'm taking the Buccaneers, but this one is 50.001% confidence, man. Oh boy. Please. They could have lost to Los Angeles last week. We'll see. Panthers, Patriots. This one's actually harder. Probably the hardest one for me to pick. All right. Eagles, Buccaneers is probably a closer choice, but I knew I was going to pick the Bucs the second I saw that because I'm a hater. Panthers, Patriots. That one's interesting. I actually don't know. Let me look up the Panthers real quick. Panthers. Let's look at their games. Yeah, they lost to Jacksonville, they lost to Arizona, and they beat the Falcons 30-0. Okay. Patriots, what have they done? I don't know, man. Yeah, the Patriots, they lost to the Steelers. Oh my god, the Raiders beat them. And they beat the Dolphins. They're 2-1? No, they're 1-2. They lost to the Raiders and the Steelers, and they've only beaten like the Tua concussions. Man, I wanted to take the Patriots. I had so much preseason hype, but I gotta let go. I think, okay, they're both 1-2. The Patriots beat the concussion Dolphins in kind of a close game. The Panthers shellacked the Falcons. You know, resume-wise, the Panthers have the better resume. But I think the Patriots have a better coach, but it seems like he hasn't really taken that into effect yet. Patriots have made me look like fools. So the Panthers went the opposite direction. I'm going to go with the Patriots just because I think Drake May is a lot better than Bryce Young. But I'm not confident about this one at all. I think both of these teams are bad. The Panthers are overachieving. The Patriots are underachieving. It's like the Patriots, but I feel bad about that. What I don't feel bad about, hey, Saints Bills. Saints at Buffalo. Oh my gosh. You know, maybe they can pull a Cleveland. I doubt it, but I'm. Yeah, come on, Bills. Though Josh Allen has been. I mean, he hasn't been asked to do much, but he hasn't put up the stats. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, come on, Bills. Last time I was this confident, I was wrong, but I think it's the Bills. Browns Lions. I want to say that the Browns turned a corner. Joe Flacco, Myles Garrett, but no, I think the Lions are worse than the Packers. I think they gained a lot of hype because they won 2 games. The Packers got a lot of hype because they won 2 games. But I think they win. I think the Browns are just a mess. I give it to the Lions. But hey, people were so high on the Packers and they lost week 3. Now people are super high on the Lions again after they got shellacked by the Packers. Like, keep that in mind. We know that the Lions can be beaten substantially. Okay, Jaguars Niners. Man, I'm a Niners hater, and I want the Jaguars to do well. I'm picking the Jaguars, right? The Niners, bro, Purdy's dead, Nick Bosa dead, the team hospital. I think these injuries are too much. They're too much. Something's wrong there, right? Athletic trainer, coach is pushing them too hard. I'm sorry, excuse me. I think Jaguars win this one, but another team that's going to look foolish consistently. Colts Rams. Oh, this one. I gotta stop looking at myself in the camera. That we're gonna move this out of the way. Yeah, like that. Okay. Colts Rams. This one's close. Let me think. The Colts are on the height. They're on a tear. They've been winning. I think this is a true litmus test of the Colts. I think this is where they have to prove, like, hey, we're a real team, right? You can beat up on the Broncos all you want. You can beat up on these. They haven't even like these. They haven't beaten like scrub teams. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, they played some all right teams, right? Like the Broncos are all right. The Titans are all right. Put up or shut up time though. Can they do it against the Rams? I don't think they can. I'm sorry, Daniel Jones. The Rams gave the Eagles a fight. They gave the Eagles a real fight. The NFC looks to be a lot stronger this year than the AFC. And I get first year head coach Mike Macdonald vibes from this Colts team. I think they're going to struggle against like real competition, disciplined competition. The Rams are that. I give it to the Rams, but man, that makes me sad. I want the Colts to do well. I also want the Rams to do well, but I'd rather the Colts win. I like the story of Daniel Jones and Cam Bynum's on there. They're half the Vikings, right? Whatever. Bears Raiders. Bears, y'all had a great game last week. Raiders, disappointment. I'm not sold on the Bears. They had one decent game. I think they're scrubs. I think they're chumps. But with how the season has played out, I think they're less chumps than the Raiders. I think they're actually capable of like being a real football team. I think the Raiders have it in them, but they gotta show it. And no, yeah, I give this one to the Bears. Right, Caleb Williams, I don't think is that good, but under the right circumstances, he can play well. It can be hard. He's like Justin Fields, honestly, to me. I think the Bears traded quarterbacks for nothing. But yeah, I give it to the Bears. I think they can win, go 2-2, get overly hyped, and then they're gonna go on a losing streak. Oh my god, my nose was really itchy. I paused because I didn't want to scratch my nose in front of everybody. I'm embarrassed. Yeah, move on. Ravens Chiefs. Another great matchup. Wow, this week has a lot of good matchups. I'm stressed out picking these. Why? I don't know. I'm going to give it to the Ravens. I think their loss to the Lions was embarrassing. I think they need to be better, but something I've seen from John Harbaugh-led teams is they learn, they adapt, they get better as the season goes on. The Chiefs are really good, but they had a sloppy game against the Giants. That was a boring game. That was not not a Super Bowl contender Chiefs that we're used to. I give it to the Ravens. They lost their like luck magic from last year. Ravens are still a good team. They've lost to two good teams, and it's Lamar Jackson, right? He's electric. Mahomes is good too, but it's Lamar Jackson. Derrick Henry, I think he'll get it sorted out with the fumbles. I think, yeah, Ravens win this one, just based on what we've seen this year. I'm sorry, Chiefs. Y'all aren't the super echelon right as of now. And the season Chiefs can be dangerous, but right now, no. Packers Cowboys. Oh man. Oh man. I want to do it. I want to pick against the Packers. Right? They just lost to Cleveland. And they were like, oh, everyone's Super Bowl favorites to just like a second until last week. The Cowboys haven't done anything, right? They got shellacked by the Bears. They fought for their life to beat the Giants. Like 43%, took a miracle to win. And I mean, they had a close game against the Eagles, but that was the first game of the season. Micah Parsons is hungry. I'm going to do it. I don't think they feast. I'm a hater. I think the Cowboys win. I think all of this hype, all of these vibes the Packers are riding, shut down entirely. Let's go. Give me the Dallas Cowboys over the Green Bay Packers. I will not be taking any more questions. Let's go. Let's see who's next. Jets Dolphins. That's the battle of mid on Monday night. Let's go. I'll take the Jets. I'll take the Jets because I think they're a feisty, scrappy team. I think the Dolphins are just a corpse walking. Jets get their first win. Aaron Glenn gets his first win. Huge way to slow it off their backs. I think they start playing. They're playing good. I think they just get that nice little hump. I think they start winning games from here on out. I'll take the Jets. Dolphins, yeek, I'm worried. But yeah, I like the Jets. I like the Jets a lot more than I did last year. I'll tell you that. Bengals Broncos. I think it's going to be a lot closer than people think. I think they just had a horrific game last week. It's not the level that they can play at. But also, you're missing Joe Burrow. Your defense sucks. Carson Wentz looked good against you. Give me the Broncos. They win this game. They go to 2-2. Both of them. And we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it turns out. It's a reminder I write. I still haven't posted an article. Oh, man. I've got spicy quarterback controversy that I've been fighting in the trenches my whole life. I'm coming back in. That's coming up on my Substack. I'll link it down below. You should watch it. I'll also link my email. If anyone has any questions or wants to make fun of me, I'll put that down there too. I'll answer it. We'll see what happens. Thank you. Peace out.